Hello, people of New York City and revelers of and celebrators of Josh Aronson's 30th birthday party. This is John Risky and
Pat Smith. We know Josh from college. We went to college with him and lived with him for a little while after. And I went hiking with him in 2004. So
we are here on behalf of a significant crew of Minneapolis people that could not be there to celebrate with you. To share some things that you guys might not know about Josh.
Okay, so because a lot of you guys may know Josh from a city like New York or Toronto, you might not know that Josh is in fact a horrible driver.
Frightening.
Yeah, not good.
So one of the first instances that I realized this was that Josh came home lamenting a couple of dents on his car that he picked up because he had driven just a bit akimbo into a car wash, an automated car wash, and those demand right angles. So when the car wash got whirring, the automatic brushes started turning and actually pinned his car in, and it required the work of some burly car wash workers with a car jack to free his beloved Honda.
One of Josh's favorite moves, if you're riding along with him and you might be going, in two lanes in the same direction, he likes to take a left-hand turn from the rightmost lane. So no matter what traffic is like traveling in the left lane, he will take a right, or he will take a left turn across that traffic.
He basically likes to cross as many lanes of traffic as possible.
Right, whenever possible.
So it's better for all involved that he either walks to work or takes public transportation.
He cannot see red lights.
So a lot of you might not know that Josh Aronson is a budding politico. Pat, what does it take to work in City Hall in New York City?
Well, if you're Dave Priston, you get an undergraduate degree in political science. And then you go work for City Hall.
Right.
Pretty straightforward, right?
Right. Well, if I remember correctly, Josh spent 4 years studying Durkheim as a SOAN major.
That's true, he did.
And then what did he do?
After that, he spent 2 years banking. I believe that he primarily gave loans to startup dentists.
Dentists. Doesn't sound real political. Okay, well, dentistry, banking to dentist to, I think he spent a year hiking.
He spent some time hiking. Yep, which is, good preparation.
Yeah, and then, so where do you end up after that?
That's when you go and work for City Hall.
Oh, of course. Josh has always been an amazing host and has always displayed the utmost hospitality for friends, family, and random guests.
That being said, there's a couple of things you should know about this. Josh hates the concept of breakfast for dinner. I've tried to pull this on him countless times. We used to have a weekly dinner thing, and I would always make breakfast for dinner, and he hated that like nothing else.
Pancakes, just not going to do it.
Right, at afternoon, no waffles.
But if not something as hearty as a pancake, what Josh tried to pull on us one time is he somehow procured some game birds from a coworker of his. Now, we were pulling up it smelled great. We were all ready for a delicious dinner, and we pulled up to the table. And Pat, what did we find?
We sat down to what appeared to be this nicely presented little salad, right next to what looked to be, I think it was 4 or 5 well-cooked, well-dressed robins, or similarly sized, tiny, tiny bird that were about a third of them per weight was a buckshot.
The thing that we do have to portray here, though, is the utter passion that Josh has for this concept of hospitality and the finer things that make an experience. So what I'd like to do now is to harken back to a lovely email that Josh wrote to an unspecified mailing list in, what was it, December of 2004. So this, I believe, is when the loving A's, as he so kindly refers to them, were in southern Chile. So I'm going to turn it over to Pat here to read just a sentence or two.
The mountains are large and the lakes are aquamarine, but despite the remoteness, we are in the most luxurious, understated hotel I've ever seen.
Today I cantered on horseback across the Pampa. That's plain to you serfs. And tomorrow I will hike 22 kilometers to the French glacier, but at the end of the day, I will come back to the most wonderful food and wine and a guest list of adventurous and wonderful people with the same appreciation of the finer side as myself.
Some nice things about Josh.
Of which there are many.
There are many. Josh is undyingly loyal to his friends, to his family, to food and adventure.
If Josh didn't have the humility and sense of humor that he does, none of us would know these great stories that we have to share with you tonight.
Well, we'd know about half of them, because for about half of them we were there. The other half, though, Josh was modest enough to share with us. He's always one to self-deprecate for the interests of humor.
Exactly. And the loyalty part comes through in that you and I and the rest of you that are watching this are equally as ridiculous. So here's to undying friendship and a lifetime of good laughs.
Yes. Thank you, Josh. Okay, so from Minneapolis, we would like to wish you a happy 30th birthday. We both wish we could be there to celebrate this with you. Hopefully this is, in some small way, substituted for our presence.
Indeed. And that greeting goes out from both of us as well as both of our wives. And we're speaking on the behalf of many people in Minneapolis who love you and wish that they could be there in person to celebrate.
So, Josh, happy 30th birthday.